Hey guys, it's been a minute since I've actually stepped out in front of a camera, in front of a screen and lighting and stuff and actually made a proper video. And the reason for that being is I just haven't had the equipment to do it. My Mac died, and like iMovie and Final Cut Pro is what I'm familiar with, and I haven't really done much work with Premiere Pro, even though I'm going to start learning that very soon. In the meantime, I bought a new computer. It was very expensive. I can actually do some gaming on it, so hopefully that's enough to do actual editing. And also, I bought a new Mac, and that is enough to get me at least started into making videos again. But today, I just want to kind of ramble about the state of Halo right now. It's been a few weeks since the reveal of Season 3 and all the stuff within it, and I'm sure a lot of you know that Bonnie Ross has since left the company, and since then us Halo fans have really just been really let down. I mean, I made a video when the 2020 campaign footage was released about how I'm hopeful that things will be good with Halo Infinite. And while Halo Infinite itself is lacking content, there is a good game that exists there when it's not trying to discourage you from playing it. The campaign is solid, although it is lacking quite a bit, at least for me. I was very disappointed with the cutscenes, because Halo cutscenes have always been these vibrant, grand cutscenes, especially with Blur, and especially Halo 5. Despite that game's issues, the cutscenes were great, but the gameplay has been some of the most solid Halo game, or a shooter, has been in a while when it works. We got some issues with desync right now, and there's just a bunch of issues with the menu. It's the little things, and the little things start to add up when the content isn't present, and that's exactly what we have happening here. There's just not enough content, and we were promised things, and those promises have, as of this point, been broken. The big thing being split screen co-op. Split screen has been a very important factor with Halo, dating all the way back to 2001, and the fact that it was cut out, even though it was said that it would be included in Halo Infinite, is a big letdown, especially for people like me who still play games like that. I think there is quite an audience, and I think actually the audience that's left is the die-hard fan base that will love Halo regardless of its bad times, but that's really the only thing that's sustaining it right now. I don't think that the general population is within Halo Infinite, and that's exactly what Bonnie Ross tried to do with Halo, is seeking a broader audience. But the problem is, it's trying to seek a broader audience, but in doing so, you're completely cutting off that audience. It's really weird to see a game do that. In this video, I kind of want to talk about what 343 can do to get Halo Infinite back on track. And number one is keeping your promise. You have to bring split screen co-op back, because people have figured out how to get it to work. I've even tested this myself, and it seemingly works just fine. All we need is an official patch to get it in there. And if co-op saves are separate from the single player saves and those get corrupted, I'm completely fine with that, because seemingly people have played through the entire game already. Number two, we need an overhaul of the customization system. I would suggest bringing back the standard primary and secondary colors, and then adding the coatings on top of that, because coatings, you can get real interesting there, and you can still have those be separate. Just make the basic stuff just casual, matte colors, and then you can add the glossy animated colors if need be in the shop. Also, I'm sure all of us are aware, cross-core customization. They are working on that, even though most of that stuff we've seen modders put in games. So it's a little sad to see a company that has been given millions of dollars not be able to implement this quicker. They need to fix that, and it looks like they are going to fix that in Season 3. We also know that Forge is coming with Season 3, so I think one thing that they need to do, they need to start basically approving community-made maps to throw into matchmaking. The Pit was a huge letdown, as cool as the Pit is. Let's not try and act like this was some world premiere. You made a Forge map. People do it all the time, and people are still doing it, even when Forge isn't officially released. That's another thing that worries me, is that with Forge being out, I don't think we're going to see these tailor-made 343 experiences anymore. That's one thing I disliked so much about Halo 5, was that the stuff that was there, the new maps and stuff, it was all community made, and it just looked horrible. It was painful to look at. Whereas you look at something like the maps in Halo 2 Anniversary, not only are they remakes, but they look gorgeous. They just lack that Halo feel. Like, each map had its own lore and its own location, and now with like Forge made maps, there's like none of that. Like, all the heart is missing. So there's that. I really think they really need to add regular LAN and not this bullshit set up a server on your PC and then you can play LAN that way. No, it needs to be like it works on the original Halo games, where you just set it to LAN and any other system can join in. I don't know what the deal is with that. Also, I think this would solve a bunch of their HCS issues, or Major League Gaming, whatever the fuck you want to call it, desync, because we see that happening all the time, and I don't even know if they are playing with that local server, but just make it the way it was. Another thing I would see if possible, because we see in Forge maps you can put stuff in different biomes, I would just add, like, just repaint, do whatever to change certain areas of the campaign, like add some more variety, maybe even add more content to the campaign. And another thing, if you add customizable Spartans to the campaign, that'll make people want to actually buy what's in the shop more if they can show it off in cutscene. So those are just some of the few things that 343 could do. I really hope that this game can make a comeback, sort of like with Battlefront 2 or even Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is getting really positive things said about it right now. And part of that's due to the anime, but let's be honest, the Halo show isn't going to be doing any favors for the game series. So hopefully the new management, the way it's split up, can actually do something and actually put this game on back on track. But number one, I think fans just had it with the broken promises. So put split screen back in and you'll be on your way to getting back the goodwill of the community.
Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more like it, hit subscribe. I'll see you guys later.